What's going on, everyone? It's your favorite host and jealous hater Apoc, and welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be diving into another DCP video, and this one is quite interesting. Now, if you don't know, an MLMer named Nicole Polson, I believe, was sent or stumbled across one of his videos where he's apparently critiquing their little Mean Girls dance that a handful of them did. Not really sure who all was in there, but to be honest, I really don't care. But apparently DCP does. And he also thinks that talking about the appearance of women and their breast sizes, brings awareness to child exploitation. Make it make sense. Even if there's none in the video itself, or has any of that going on at all. I mean, the lame loves to bash Love Meg of all people. And she's really not even about family vlogging. The chick organizes her pantry 8 times a month and sells her own product. But apparently, trying to make money outside of her children is an issue to Josh. So he decides to rip her apart more than anyone else, and I would say even more so than Micah. I mean, one would think that there wouldn't be an issue with that. But while he talks about home decor and Christmas lights, we're hitting up the real issues that matter.
But Apoc Love Meg called him a pedo.
Yeah, to be honest, I really don't care anymore. Sure, yeah, of course it's absolutely wrong and horrendous that anyone would accuse somebody of that with no proof. But to be honest, he's asking for it at this point. He's super creepy to women. He's super inappropriate to his mods. He's a womanizer, even though he's married and has a family. Plus, to be honest, from what I've seen, he's been inappropriate to minors. Daniel Kahn. So it really wouldn't shock me if there was a little something going on. Now, of course, I'm not saying he is one, because all we have is him being a creep. But what I will say about the guy is that the dude is super sus. He's also a damn hypocrite.
Why would anybody want to watch Organize With Me vlogs?
And then the dude uploads vlogs of himself doing the very same thing he says that people shouldn't be watching, or doesn't understand why they watch it. I'm just having way too much fun with this video. Now let's just keep this in mind though. He makes false allegations against others all the time. The dude even plans it. So why should anyone care when somebody does it to him? Anyways, this video isn't about Micah or Love Meg. It's about DCP getting the attention that he so desperately needs from pretty women. Because apparently at home, that is going on. Okay, let's watch the little guy feed his ego.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. I'm very excited about today.
Oh, I bet you are, little narc. So why is it that Josh always sounds like a f***ing frat boy?
What's up, dudes? Welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast.
We are in a snark war right now, and it's deadly serious.
Actually, no, it's really not. You could be talking about anything else. You know, like the TikToker Digital Princess who got arrested for leaving her 4-year-old son at home at night to go party. Or Brittany and Baby, who claimed that she put her own kids in danger because of the family vlogging that she did. Who you have covered before, but failed to cover this situation. But yeah, this is so much more pressing.
People try to come at me before, try to snark, and I try to watch, and I'm like, ugh.
That's what it's like when I watch his videos. Bro watches every single minute, every single second of a video that's made about him because he cannot stand when others don't like him or they're not up his ass. For some reason, this guy needs to be liked and loved by everyone, and he'll come online to get affirmations from these petty women to make himself feel better. What do you think his new video was about? You see, here's the thing, Joshy boy. People like me don't snark. We clap back with calculated comedy, facts and evidence. Well, all you do is talk about the color of Santa's pants. You're not a credible person when you only address unfunny dum-dums, and all we'll see through this video is that there's not much going on up there.
You don't have the spiritual gift of snarking and making fun of people. And you know what? That's fine. Not everybody is gifted with this.
Oh man, that ego though. Hey, maybe by spirit he means demon, and by gift he means arrogance.
And with huge power comes huge responsibility.
Hey everyone, look, Marvel made a diabetic Spider-Man.
And so if you guys didn't watch my video on Aaron Williams doing the Mean Girls dance, I basically just lightly roasted them. It was Christmas. We had a good time. And I personally have reached out to all of the girls in that video and have said, you know, just in jest, just wanted to make sure you're cool. And they were all cool with it. They all watched it. They all laughed.
Yeah, you know, usually you ask before doing things, but I wonder if he reached out to Britza Bree before he doxed her address. Or the street she lived on, showed it on Google Images. It's also really weird that he's messaging the people that he apparently speaks out against, that he's trying to bring awareness to. But you know,
It's all lighthearted fun and whatever.
But what I didn't expect is Nicole Polson, that's an L, did a roast to me.
To me, of all people, even though I get roasted all the time by other creators, but just ignore them because I don't want my community to get wise to my bullshit.
And I was in tears. It was so funny. And I said, you know what? Respect.
yes, let's respect the people who exploit their children and take advantage of other people, all because they roasted DCP. Glad to know he's being super friendly with the people that he apparently wants to deplatform.
And the only way to give respect to someone who's good at snarking is to snark back at them. So that's what we're going to do today.
Both are terrible. Both are dog water. Garbage.
Okay, if you didn't know who Nicole Polson was, me either. I said that she is what you get if you order Tara Henderson off Wish. And of all the jokes I made, she apparently didn't like that one.
Yeah, because you shamed her for something out of her control. Something that you claim not to do, my guy.
And so I did reach out to her and I said, you know, congrats on the snark. It was really funny.
Or, you know, you can message her instead of sweet lullabies or whatever the hell you said to her. That she takes advantage of other people and that she's gross. You know, being an MLMer and all. But I guess he'd rather compliment her and have a good old laugh rather than talk about real things.
Most people were saying, is she hammered or something? She can't even put a coherent sentence together. But I think that she's on a different level of, like, roast. Like, she knows how to roast. Like, I think I see that. I could be wrong. It's my first impressions because I laughed.
Doesn't really say much because you do basic humor. You know, would find on the back of a popsicle stick. Not surprising that you find drunk humor funny. Is he really this naive in his 40s? Chick is obviously loaded out of her mind. She doesn't know how to roast. She just knows how to toast.
And so you gotta watch it, and we'll break it down, and we will counter snark the snark roast.
And that's called tripling down on the cringe.
To bring you guys a new show that I'm doing. I just decided to do this. As you can see, I've got like my Christmas setup behind me. I'm going to be responding to the response to our video.
She's holding her kid's iPad. He's got one of those big ass rubber, and it's like huge.
Huge iPads are funny.
See what I mean?
I'm going to call it my roast.
Super original. Thanks there, Nicole Polson. Super original. My roast?
Maybe she gets her originality from you. I mean, you're the same goon who thinks he brought down Micah Stauffer and saved Huxley.
Oh my god, APOC. I can't believe you just said his name so casually like that.
Funny how DCP and his petty B words get so pressed about saying Huxley's name, but doesn't give a damn that Josh stalked his new adoptive mother and then sicked his hounds on her, threatening her with bullying and harassment, and most likely doxed as well, since he likes to do that all willy-nilly. And keep in mind that he's so proud of this clown behavior. I mean, just imagine acting like you actually care about Huxley and claim that you want him to stay offline for his protection and privacy, while literally keeping tabs on him and keeping his online presence intact. So in a sense, he went from being exploited by Micah to being exploited by Josh. To be honest, I don't know which is worse.
That's like grade 6. Be like, I'm gonna write an essay on things I like, and the essay's called Things I Like by Nicole Polson.
That's the essence of his entire channel. 6th grade bullshit. Dude just spent the entire month of December bashing things that he didn't like down to Christmas decor. Told others to stop going after Christmas for just celebrating it the way they want to, and acted like they were going after him.
I'm a Christmas guy, guys.
Boy, you the Grinch, shut up.
So we've got this guy. I'm sorry, I do not know what your name is. Like, can somebody please let me know who he is?
My name
Is narcissist.
is Jash, the dad of YouTube.
More like the dad bod of YouTube. That guy acts like he's happy being extremely obese, pretends to be one of those body positive people or whatever, but in all reality, he just came to terms with it because he couldn't hack it and get healthy and fit. But you know, bless his little heart, he tried.
I think part of her roast is that she doesn't get my name right ever, which I do all the time, and I love it. I think that's what I'm saying. You guys have to understand that it's a little higher level here. Don't come at it from you think that she's literally not all there. Come at it from that she's all there and more, and you will take this differently.
Or, you know, she's just drunk.
This is her. Let me
Leave that.
Popsicle stick humor.
pause the video. Hold on. Let's pause
The ring light reflection.
the video. Let's
Oh, I get it now. This is that high-level god-tier snark that he was talking about. Ring light reflections.
I don't know who this dude is, but, and this is all on fun and games, y'all.
It is all in fun and games. We did talk, and I said, look, I'm going to snark the shit out of this video. She's like, yeah, I'll be there.
Could actually talk about, the issues with her taking advantage of people and possibly exploiting her children instead of laughing about her big iPad. But I guess he'd rather be buddy-buddy with her. The same person and same people that he warns the internet about. It's almost like the message doesn't matter anymore.
Let's do this. It's a snark off. It's a good old-fashioned roast off.
Low-tier so-called comedy is so cringy. So before moving forward, I'm sorry.
And you guys should be happy with this. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'd be more happy if you actually talk about the real issues, the real problems with these people. But it seems the past few months have been nothing but drivel like this.
I mean, some people take it as attacking. Some people are like, this is the thing that I've seen lately is people like...
Oh, here we go. Here it is.
My haters, guys, my haters did it.
Who I used to be supporters of me who are like, he makes fun of people and I'm angry. Hello, it's what I've been doing this whole time on this channel the entire time. What bugs me the most about the people that...
So it does get to him. And he almost said my haters. Wonder why he caught himself. Probably because I called him out for using the same rhetoric that the vloggers do.
You're just a jealous hater.
Dude wants to be a vlog mom so badly.
Liked me before and don't like me now is that they all of a sudden think that I've changed. I asked my mods who I trust implicitly, okay? Margaret and Rex are like my two main mods. Have been around for a while.
Oh, okay, cool. You asked if you changed to the most biased people that you could find. Real credible. Mind you, whenever a vlog mom gets called out for changing, they spew that same horse doo-doo.
We haven't changed, guys. I asked people.
But in all reality, they have, which is why they lose people to the anti-family vlog community. These people will go from vlogging just a regular day to pushing limits and vlogging the personal and private moments of their children. The same goes for DCP. He once talked about the real problems on this platform, but now he'd rather have a snark off because apparently it's more important with the same people that he used to speak out against. There is change, buddy, and people are opening their eyes to your bullshit now. And he'll do what YouTubers do best, label whoever speaks the truth a jealous hater.
Be honest with me. Has my snark changed? Or is it just because I do it a lot more? And they said, nope, your snark has stayed steady and I trust them.
If your snark has stayed steady, my guy, then how are you doing it more?
And that's what we call a contradiction, folks.
People in this community who actively support him to this day, they look past his snark and clown behavior because apparently there's a good message behind it. That means others see a problem, but just decide to ignore it. That's called a bias. And DCP has one of the most toxic, brainwashed communities I have ever seen, even worse than the vloggers themselves. Remember when Shannon Rose called DCP a pedo and his cronies freaked out?
Oh my god, I can't believe someone would say that to someone. Do better.
Yet if you speak out against DCP, he'll call you a detractor. He'll say you're wrong and gaslight his community to thinking the same. And they'll accuse you of the same shit that they said was bad. And all that just for not agreeing with him.
And so I'm like trying to figure out, there are certain things I did stop saying about women, like the TWAT word. I stopped saying that. Actually, yeah, you're kind of right. I would never see the C word about a woman.
The T word and the C word are basically the same thing. But if you stop saying certain words, doesn't that mean you've changed? I mean, by definition. And who was telling you not to say the T word? Your community? Your followers? Why the hell would you listen to them? Why aren't they labeled detractors? The people who speak out against you, aside from myself because I never liked you, used to support you, but eventually stopped because they didn't like what you were saying. It is literally the same thing. So why does DCP press so much issue or mock the ones that call him out, but not the other ones calling him out? What?
But I do make fun of surface level things like their parents and stuff like that. Never any deep-seated things.
Might want to rephrase that, my guy, from surface level to superficial.
I don't snark on anything deep-seated, guys.
Yet bashing appearances can trigger a trauma or an insecurity about someone, which is why he gets so pressed whenever someone talks about his weight or that 8 head he has going on. And I kind of wonder, I'm pretty curious, if we were to call his wife a dog, if that would get him all froggy with me or anyone else. I mean, he did try to dock someone for apparently doing that, but come on, man, calm down. This is only surface level, right? Appearances are not deep-seated things. I'm going by his logic.
I think it's fair game that if you're going to push a whole ton of shit, whole ton of chemicals and everything in your body, I'm allowed to comment on it. Because I actually think that natural beauty is a really important thing.
Oh, the misogyny. Hear that, ladies? A man just stated that because of his preference in women, you know, what he likes, what a man likes, that he, a man, has the right and entitlement to rip you apart for what makes you feel comfortable and pretty within your own skin and body. The fact that there are women supporting this man's gross rhetoric or just looking the other way is insane. But if he wants to play that game, I guess we can talk about his weight, huh?
So that's why I do it. But I wouldn't, like, something that you can't help, I likely wouldn't say anything. I really probably don't. Maybe I have, but I don't think so.
I would never snark on anything out of someone's control. Well, maybe, probably not. Maybe I have, but I don't think so.
Yeah, really not sound confident there, my guy. If you're not 100% on it, then don't state otherwise, because if you don't actually know, you're most likely doing it. This Canadian is sounding a lot like Just Fam right now. I mean, if you have to ask others if you're being too mean, it's kind of a red flag that you are. Others had to stop him from saying the T word, right? Among other things, which means at one point the things he was doing or saying was not okay. But he thought it was okay in his head. Dude's balding and in his 40s and should know better.
If it's something you can't help, I'm really not going to be like, But if it's something that you did to yourself, like a transformer, I'm making fun of you.
Oh, so then, like I said, that gut is fair game, right? I mean, he did it to himself by not having any self-control. I'm not one to body shame anyone, but if we're playing by his rules, it's only surface level snark.
So this is why people were messaging me. She's like, she can't even string a sentence together. But I think it's part of the comedy. I really do.
Or, you know, it's the pounding back White Claws. Could be that.
The dad. I'm sorry, somebody please let me.
I'm the dad.
I just don't know who this guy.
No muscle maturity whatsoever. This self-proclaimed title is laughable.
I'm the dad of YouTube. Boom!
Nah, you're the petty bitch on YouTube. Real dads, real men, don't put women or children in danger by doxing them.
I think if we're going to grade her snark and her roast levels, she did the joke a bunch of times. She's like, I don't know who he is, and I'm going to be professional. That's gone. Like, you did it once, boom. Next one.
Little guy needs to apply that critique to his own damn channel and words, because it's all one long running joke. I mean, how many times have you heard him call someone the Wish version of someone else? We get it, dude. You're not funny.
I for him just now, so I figured out. Oh, I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. I forgot your name already. But
Kid's crying there. Maybe just go take care of your kid.
No, we're not going to play that game. He said earlier that we should just ignore those things, all the important issues, for the spirit of snarking. So don't act like you care now, bub.
so let's just talk about my hair really quick.
Jealousy at its finest.
I guess I don't know if I'm a part of the whole like kid exploiting group. I don't know, but I just thought I was posting pictures of
I don't know if you are. I know that she is part of Airbon or Arbon or whatever that's called, and she's a top tier 1% MLMer. And you guys know how I feel about that. But
Oh, no, Josh, we're not going to play that game. I mean, here you are being a hypocrite over and over and over again. You don't get a shit on other people for using the word but in the middle of a sentence and then just do it yourself. Doing so negates what you just said and what she just said as well. So we're not going to play that, homeboy.
in the spirit of snarkiness and the spirit of roast, we got to leave that behind. It's not about that.
Should be.
It's about somebody is stepping up to roast the dad of YouTube, and I gotta give them respect.
Says that, but when someone like me steps up to the plate, he just folds and doesn't address me. And it's too much of a P word to say anything back, because he's scared of me. In fact, you know, Josh, DCP, this is me challenging you to a debate on YouTube. And I know you'll see this video. Don't act like you don't. You're the type to Google your own name to fill that little ego of yours. But I challenge you, the dad of YouTube, to a little debate on family vlogging and your process to exposing these people. Now, I highly doubt that you'll accept this or even say anything because, again, you're a coward. But if you are so confident on your stance, then there shouldn't be an issue here. And you should be able to easily debunk anything I say, right? So everyone, let's get this video to him. Tag him down below, whatever you gotta do to get something set up here.
Is my hair real? So that's something I just wanted to point out that's like.
That's what I asked.
So I don't have dead hair.
Okay.
But talking about her hair being thick is for the children.
Listen, lady, I'm not a hair professional. Look at the shit. I am obviously not one to speak about hair
Does not need to be even said.
because I lack. Everybody thinks that this is another thing about my detractors that makes it so funny.
What's even more funny is that he's going to play pretend and claim that he doesn't care what people say about him, while also admitting that he actually does. Oh, and by definition, DCP is literally a detractor. The little troll with that hairdo was a fan of family vlogging, even tried to become one himself, but detracted because it flopped, not because of the exploitation of children. He just sucked at it. I mean, he can go on and claim that he just changed his mind or came to his senses or whatever garbage he'll say. But it's funny when it happens to him, when others change their mind on him, he just mocks them and is very vague about the issues being pointed out about him. And yet most of the anti-family vlog community are ex-fans of family vloggers. So an entire community of detractors can't detract from the main detractor. Triple bruh.
They make fun of my baldingness like I give shit. Like I care.
They make fun of me like I give a Well, I actually do.
If you didn't care, you would have never even mentioned it. You could have easily just moved on to the next clip without saying a word, and yet here you are, all pressed and shit.
I always said, hey, maybe I'll get some real hair. But they always like, Josh is bald. And I'm like, oh my God. You bastard!
This is him acting like that he doesn't care, but after all this, he's crying in the mirror.
Like, there's so many other things you can make fun of me for.
We do, you dweeb, and you just ignore it and label us detractors or jealous haters. We figured out low blows trigger you, and you can't help yourself with your ego, and you have to talk about it and act like you're not pressed. But in all reality, all you're doing is showing your insecurities. And there's so many things that we can go after you for. Like what? Because anything we have brought up, you just brush off and then just claim that you're on another level.
I am not the wish version of anyone.
Oh, this is where it got like, look at that look right there. Okay, this is that look where like if you're shopping with your wife and you've like looked at some other lady's ass or whatever, you look at your wife and she does this and you're like, oh hey.
Imagine supporting a so-called creator that claims to have morals and a good cause, but admits to disrespecting his wife right in front of her. I mean, he's only talking from experience because he knows that face. Not shocking though, we all know he flirts with women online behind his wife's back because he's unhappy in his marriage, or you know, unhappy with the woman that he ended up with.
I am 28 years old. I mean,
oh, you're 28? You look much older than 28, I'm sorry.
Guys, I don't comment on things out of someone's control.
Dude just literally did that. States she looks older than she really is. That is literally out of her control. Which, by the way, saying that to a female about age or weight is a very well-known thing of things not to say to women because it offends them to the fullest, probably even more than saying the C word. So I guess you can now call DCP a hypocrite.
Nicely, very tall, very thick.
thick.
Now, I gotta point this out. When I say thick, I mean like in a really good way. I like thick women. I don't know how to say that. Like I don't like tiny sticks.
Gotta just love how casual his community is and doesn't give a damn that he's flirting with this chick while being a married beta. I mean, this has got to be why he wanted to push back the MLM stuff, right? Sacrificing the message, all because he thinks she's pretty and thick. Mind you, girls who are thick are not just sticks. There are many different types of bodies out there, which just makes me think he's one of those people who use the term skinny to describe women who are not obese, which also makes me think that his version of thick is 60 pounds overweight. Not that I'm body shaming anyone, I'm just making a point that he doesn't know what thick is either.
I don't know. So when I say thick, that's to me that's compliments. It's not thick, T-I-C-K, T-H-I-C-K, it's T-H-I-C-C.
I wonder if he gives this much attention and compliments to the woman he's married to.
So thick is a compliment. It just means that you're full-bodied and healthy.
Oh god, he's one of those big and happy people.
If you're gonna do a mismatched name joke, it's gotta be something close. All right, you don't say my name first to get it right and then say Gavin. You gotta say something like Josh, or you gotta say like Jim.
Or joke.
I think she's drinking what's called a White Claw, which I think is a beer or a spritzer. I have no idea. I don't drink.
Shocker. Usually narcissists get drunk to fill that empty void. I mean, we all know he has mommy issues.
And he roasts people. This is what he does. And so, here, this is what I'm...
But Nicole, I don't know if you know this. I roast people to bring awareness to the exploitation of kids online.
Man, he's really sticking to his guns, huh? But tell me, Josh, how does pushing out home walkthroughs do anything to bring awareness to child exploitation? All this does is put money in your pocket, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. And while you're doing this, there are people out there taking advantage of their children and putting them in danger. Oh, but don't worry, guys. One of the Mean Girl Dance bimbos responded, so DCP has to put the whole save the children thing on pause so that he can have some lighthearted fun with her, and then after she'll go right back to exploiting others.
Blonde is mine. You don't have near as much hair as me.
It's true.
You're like near as healthy as mine.
That's true. My shit's gone, you know? shit's like. I just try to comb it over.
Why would you coming over? I thought you didn't care.
Pressed hairline intensifies.
I'm a lot thicker. Anyways, so
I'm thicker than you, though, so.
Yo, fat guy beast mode over here calling himself thick though. How the hell are you gonna act like you know the definition when you don't even know the difference between being naturally curvy and having a high body fat percentage?
Also, my thighs are like this big, but my ass is like this, so I guess, you know, you get what you get.
Well, you get what you get.
Let's not play pretend here, Josh. Your body is the results of the last decade of you just pounding back garbage into your body. Being thick and naturally curvy doesn't stop at the ass, my guy. That's just a sign of obesity and low testosterone. Maybe next time use your Apple Watch to tell your wife to bring you a steak and a sweet potato instead of candy, meth, and chips.
it's all in fun and games. My response is in fun and games because you dished it out and
Yeah.
it's fun and games. Which is
I wish more vloggers would do this.
Oh, you mean the child exploiters, Josh? The scammers and the manipulators?
It's all fun and games, guys.
I didn't know all this was supposed to be fun for him. I thought this was serious. At least it's supposed to be. You claim it's all a form of abuse, but you wish to have fun with the abusers? I mean, Oscar from OK Baby literally sliced his kid's face up with a drone for vlog filler. And what, Josh? If he messaged you, if he snarked back at you, are you just gonna be all buddy-buddy with him too? DMing each other like pen pals or something? Commenting on each other's platforms, claiming it's all fun and games? If you don't see what's going on, you're blind. I mean, come on, people. He just admitted that it would be fun with the likes of OK Baby, who used their children's pain for views, or Brittany Morrow, who admitted that family vlogging put her own kids in danger because some random found her daughter in an online game. You know, his mentality right now, pretty odd for someone who claimed that not long ago that he wants to deplatform people like Nicole.
But guys, I haven't changed, I swear.
I just don't think a lot are funny. I think the issue is that this girl's probably a little bit more funny. She's probably more of a party girl. She's probably the one that everybody wants around because she's always got the snark going.
Bet you if he tilted the camera down a little bit, you find a pitched tent.
She's cynical, this one here. It's a good thing. Also am I. I'm just saying, there's not a lot of family vloggers that would do this, that could come back at you and snark.
Why would you want them to? Like I said, isn't your whole thing to deplatform people like her? To stop the child exploitation or the exploitation of anyone and bring awareness? But now you want to snark back and forth? Keeping these people on their platform? So yeah, I guess he did change. Guess he did go from a cause to having fun with the people that he apparently hates.
I think Jess Fam, if she really wanted to, she could snark fest. Oh yeah, I think she could roast if she really wanted to get into it. She would probably be pretty good at it.
Yeah, that's because she's just as petty and dramatic as you are. Jess Fam is also the same redhead who used her son's broken bones as content, and the same full-grown adult who bullied 14 girls who you covered on your channel, Josh. But yeah, my guy, tell us more about how much fun you would have with her.
hey sis, listen to me.
I'll give her that one. Jesus. That actually literally, I think, is... Like, my name comes from Jesus. The name Jesus, Joshua, is like that. So she's close.
How much you want to think that Josh thinks he's some sort of messiah? The little guy does think pretty highly of himself, huh?
Hey sis, listen to me.
No, you can't reuse Jesus. If you're going to get my name wrong, cool. You got to get to the next gag. Call me like Charlie or like Buckwheat, something else.
Thought she couldn't use names that didn't start with a J.
I looked at my DMs and I have no idea that, like, y'all did know who this guy is. So shout out to you.
Cha-ching! They're all probably like, I would love to see the DMs like, do you know who this guy is? And I would love to have seen those comments. I would love to have seen it. That means I have a reputation. And I kind of, not gonna lie, kind of like that my reputation precedes me.
It doesn't because she didn't know who you were. But here's the issue, pal. You're not known as the guy who wants to save children or help them, or bring awareness to real issues. You're known as the petty creep on YouTube who thinks he's funny. Jess Fam literally calls you the creep Canadian. And this chick Nicole stated that all you do is roast people on YouTube. And you had to correct her on why you do this, even if it doesn't make any sense. You're not known for a movement or a cause or a message, so why the hell are you eating this up? I'm telling you, there's a reason he wants to see those DMs, people, and it's for his spank bank.
Josephine, listen, people do, they watch your stuff, they like your content, so you are funny.
Thank you.
Isn't the whole point for his content and his channel to make these influencer moms uncomfortable? I mean, that's why he bashes everything about their life and their homes and whatever, right? Yet he's thanking her for the comment she gave him on his content. Doesn't really seem like the so-called message is working very well.
And you didn't didn't say anything mean, and so that's not really the thing.
It's like surface level mean. I try to, like,
She's too drunk to realize that his version of surface level mean is making fun of the way women look. He's not kidding when he called her a wish version of another female. He was serious.
Maybe I've asked people that I trust. If I actually do start getting severely mean, please let me know. I don't want to be that guy.
Wasn't he just mocking a supporter of his for saying that he was being too mean? Dude's out here actively asking actual mean girls if he's going too far. If he actually cared about keeping himself in check, he wouldn't go to his biased followers. He'd go to people who are actually bringing up things and criticizing him. And then he would make steps to be better. But instead, he goes to people he trusts or knows that won't speak out against him. Note, these are also the same goons who think if you say anything negative about Josh that you're now a pedo or for child exploitation, even if you have an entire channel dedicated to exposing and bringing awareness to it.
But I think surface level snarking on like the things to bring awareness, I think that's okay. It's okay, I'm okay with it.
Of course you're okay with it. You're a narcissist. You don't think your stinks. Not to mention the horde of biased B-words and your arrogance. But this video doesn't do anything to bring awareness at all. You literally said to ignore the awareness, to ignore the child exploitation, to ignore the exploitation of others, so that you can have fun and be friendly with one of them.
But I do it for the children, I swear.
But there are certain things that I said in the past that I've stopped saying because I'm like, you're right, kind of like, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, so you have gone too far. You just said you didn't do that and people said you haven't. But now you're saying you did? And why are you listening to your community? I mean, wouldn't that mean that they're detracting for questioning the dad bod of YouTube?
And I start realizing that it doesn't matter. I think when you get to a certain level, people just all of a sudden say, oh, I hate you for this. And it's the same shit I've been doing.
I have more subs, they're just jealous haters.
Or people just got wise to your bullshit and that you're not actually bringing awareness by bashing Christmas lights.
It's so funny because I'm coming off watching someone else's video who I used to like, and I thought they liked me.
Oh no, someone doesn't like me anymore. What will I do?
With Josh, friendships are conditional, as in what can you do for him? But once you reach your use, he will disregard you so fast and put a label over your forehead. The only reason he doesn't do it to his community, and he does this whole thing at the end of his videos where he calls them valuable, is because they are valuable. They make him money. But if he ever does get deplatformed, you won't ever hear from him again.
But I think snarking to bring awareness is something I won't stop doing.
Guys, look how JessFam makes her eggs. It's gross and ew.
Yeah, that was show her.
I called her thick, and then she went to the Rolex and said, is this my wish Rolex? The thing, it hurt her deep down. I won't call her a wish anything else. So that's, she has, I'm going to take that back because look at the pride she has. She's like, I'm a wish nobody. People are wishes of me, and I respect that, Nicole Poison. I respect it.
He's only backpedaling now because she laughed at his jokes. If she responded in a much different way, he would have been bashing her further. It doesn't matter if it hurt her or not. He just thinks she's thick and pretty. But if the wish thing did hurt her deep down, and he takes it back, doesn't that mean he went too far?
But I thought Rex, the biased clown, kept him in check.
Hey, I guess not.
The Rolex flex, you bought that off the backs of MLMers, and you just took advantage of people. It's just a little icky.
Oh, yeah, it was, icky of her to do that, but he'll still take compliments from her, talk to her in the DMs, message back and forth like they're buddy pals or whatever. But, flexing the Rolex is going too far.
If I walk around wearing one of these, I expect people to think that I'm a douchebag.
Don't need the watch for that, my guy. We already do.
You got nothing on me, Nicole Poison. Shakir.
Here's some more of that high-tier comedy from the moron. More like god-tier cringe.
I wonder what it's like for an influencer who probably has 100,000 subs or whatever to, see that someone doesn't know you. I wonder if that hits their ego a little.
Not everyone has a weird ego trip like you.
This is what I'm saying. She thinks I'm funny. I think she's funny. People who are funny and connect on that level, them shits know each other. It's like passing someone else with, in a motorcycle and give them a little wave. That's like this. You see another funny person, like, what's up, funny person?
So imagine claiming, right, that you are kindred spirits with someone who takes advantage of other people. I think he just told on himself.
Never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, ever refer to me as a discounted version of anyone ever again.
Respect. We gotta respect that. If she says I'm not, I believe her. She is confident in her skin. She is not a discount version of anybody.
So what if she says that she's not a scammer? What if JessFam claims that she doesn't exploit her children? Are you going to give them a pass too? Are you going to look past all their garbage as well? I mean, by your logic, DCP, that's exactly what you would do if they snarked back or messaged you.
spelled it wrong. See, this is what makes me think that I don't think she realized that thick is a compliment.
To be honest, I'm just curious as to why he's still complimenting on a woman who isn't his wife. He kind of has the mentality of a cheater. Not that any of the vlog moms would go for him. Don't worry, Mrs. DCP. They won't fuck him.
Like, mom bods all day long for me. Just saying, it's my preference.
So there's a big difference between preference and his ability to pull what he can. Now that's no shade towards any actual mom bods out there, because I'm not talking about that. But just remember, Josh thinks he's thick at like 80% body fat. So I can only imagine to what his so-called preference actually is. But hey, I'm not here to shame or any of that. You go, little chubby chaser. Don't let nobody bring you down.
I'm not saying that skinny people aren't awesome too. I'm just saying you earned that mom bod, Mom.
Very confused on his misogyny. It seems very selective. One minute he's bashing a mom for wearing makeup, and the next minute he's praising her for being a mom? Bruh. And by the way, if he stuck with his fitness and had some damn self-control, I mean just a little bit, he could earn a body too.
Just to add another disclaimer before people get upset, this was all to be funny. I don't ever wake up and decide to personally attack or comment on someone's appearance and our content.
Literally what DCP does on the daily.
She got 36,000 followers. It's not bad there. Nicole Polson? You're awesome.
Hear that, everyone? Josh thinks scammers are awesome, which is just everything you need to know about the guy. Anyways, all you jealous haters, that's about it. Really not much else to say. I've said my piece. I got more coming. I'm going to take some more of his content and rip him apart. Give him a little taste of his own medicine. Which, by the way, dad of YouTube or dad bod of YouTube, whatever you go by, this is how true roasts are done. Not that lame you claim that saves the children. The only one that needs saving is you after seeing this ass spanking. Okay, I'm done.